Good afternoon, excuse me. Welcome back to VP4 Online, and we are still on the VP4 10 Ball World Championships. We're down to the second last match in the event, and this match incidentally starts in about 9 minutes time. We're on in plenty of time to get set up for it. We have REELPOLANDPOWER, or Stub as we're going to call him, who is playing SpectreDawn. Now SpectreDawn's been in for a good part of the day. He's been practicing, and in fact he's just arrived in the lobby again, and REELPOLANDPOWER has been in for the last hour or so or more, and he's been in getting some practice in. We have a race to 10. It's alternate break. They're going to lag for break, and being 10 ball, it's all combos. Banks should be called. The chat should be working. If anybody's there, type something, and that way I'll get it confirmed it's working. We should be working on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and also on Mixer as well. But what I thought I would do while we're here and while we've got this little bit of time, incidentally, if you notice any difference on the lobby, I've got it on the alternate setting, which is this charcoal background. That's one thing I think he should do. He should bring out some different, what do you call them? I can't remember the name of the word, but he should bring out different settings for the lobby colours. Now I hope the chat is working. Let me just check something. Right. Well, I hope it's working. Anybody there, type something, and if you're typing something and I'm not seeing it on my screen, please let me know right now. That way I can get it fixed before the match starts. What I was going to do is have a look at the bracket. This is a bit worrying, not seeing anybody now. That's either because nobody is watching the stream at the moment, or because the chat isn't working. It popped up on my screen saying it was working. Ah, good. Thank God for that, bedhead. I was panicking there. Welcome. I was panicking it wasn't working. Right. Ah, Tin's there as well. Bill's there as well. Good afternoon. Thank God you typed something. I was in a real panic thinking I'm going to start this stream and nothing's working. Right, so what we'll do is we'll have a look at the bracket, and we'll see how these guys ended up getting here. So if we look at the top of the bracket, and hopefully this damn thing's going to work without sliding about all over the place. We've got where the hell are they on the bracket? I can't see them. Where the hell is Stub? Ah, right, wait a minute, there we go. We've got SpectreDawn, who was playing Z Karaoke supposedly in the first round, but Z Karaoke signed up and then we haven't seen him since. So SpectreDawn got a bye to the second round, and then SpectreDawn played Dipple. Now, who was that? That's somebody that changed their name. Yeah, Bill. I've just noticed you're saying it's very blurry. The problem with Facebook is it depends on what setting you've got it on. If you check Facebook in the bottom of the screen, bottom right hand corner, there should be a little tab on Facebook, I think, where you can maybe change the quality, but the maximum quality you're going to get on Facebook is 720. You won't get full HD. You need to go to my YouTube channel or Twitch. If you just go to, if you bring up Twitch or YouTube and just type in 9ball.com. It will take you to, it'll find my channel, and you'll be able to watch it in full HD on there. But Facebook, they dumb it down to 720, and of course it depends on your connection as to how good a quality you'll get through all of these streams. But you have to sometimes change the quality at the bottom right hand corner. Right, this is somebody, Dipple, who's changed their name to Dipple. I can't remember who it was, but they were talking about it in the chat the other day. Anyway, SpectreDawn won that match by 14 racks to 11. And then, of course, we had the first showdown between SpectreDawn and Stub in the third round. And SpectreDawn won that 14-13, and Stub could have won it. Remember, it was such a close match at the end of the day. And then SpectreDawn in the next round played a Acero. Again, that was a very close match. SpectreDawn got through that 14-11. Oh, here we go. Hang on a minute. This damn thing. As soon as you touch something, it goes all over the place. And then SpectreDawn played vincez in a hot seat match. And vincez won that. Again, fairly close, 14 racks to 10. That's right, Xavierx, that's right, I remember now, yeah. Now, if you look at Stub, Stub played Miasma in the first round. Miasma's introduction to big tournament play was a hefty one. REELPOLANDPOWER won that, 14 racks to 1. And then again in round 2, Stub beat Senny, excuse me. And then we know what happened in that next round. So this time Stub moved over to the one loss side, and when he moved over there, his first match was against Snake Eyes. He won that 14 racks to 7, and then he played Bedhead in the next round and beat Bedhead by the 4 racks, 10 racks to 6. And then we had this match with Bill, where Bill fell asleep, I believe, and didn't make it in time and consequently forfeited. That would have been a good match. And then Stub, in his last match, beat Mr. 9ball by 10 racks to 6. Now that match, if you never get a chance to see it, you should watch it, because I counted the amount of errors that Mr. 9ball made that cost him racks, and that match could have been a totally different match had he not made those specific errors, because every error that he made, he lost a rack, as far as I can remember. And he only lost by 4 racks, and he made at least 4 solid errors that cost him. So basically that's how Stub and SpectreDawn ended up over on the one loss side. So it's a rematch, it's a revenge match for Stub, and let's hope it lives up to the first match. So that's about us all set to go. Yeah, I don't like clicking that damn thing because it ends up going all over the bloody place. Where are we? We have got about 30 seconds to go, guys, before this room goes up. I'm reliably informed from a source whom I won't mention that Stub won't be saying much. He'll get the opportunity to say good luck at the start of the match, but then he won't be saying much after it. And we should have a straightforward match with no problems. So we'll get on the tournament tab. We're good to go. I'm back on XSplit Gamecaster, so we won't have any loss of audio. Good afternoon, semi-pro. And the room is up, and I'm going straight in to get warmed up. Hopefully I can get in. Surely the game isn't going to go tits up now that I'm trying to join the room. Well, this is a bad start, because if it hangs and it hangs and it hangs. Oh dear. This is not good. This is not good. Oh, thank God for that. I'm in. Right, first thing to do is change the cloth colour if I can find it. Where the hell is it? There it is. I'll check my little doodle and get my lines. There we go. Right. Yeah, I like mirrorless action, but I don't like the fact that it mutes the audio in the game. It's just it's a bit annoying. Well, anyway, predictions. To be honest with you, I don't think Stubb has played consistent enough in any of his matches. You know, the problem is he's far better than most of the people that he's played, but he's not been of a level of consistency right through the match without making errors that's cost him. So, well, the lag has gone, and Stubb won that by the country mile. So he's breaking off. And can you only mute him for 30 minutes? I would have muted him for an hour. The match will last more than 30 minutes. Anyway, Stubbs broke off. 6 ball has gone. He has a shot in the one. Oh, it is 30-minute maximum. Well, here we go for a quick rack. Oh, it's tell a lie. I'm thinking it's 9 ball. I'm panicking, guys. I've totally lost the plot already. I'm forgetting it's 10 ball. Oh, Jesus. Oh, good afternoon, Slim. Welcome aboard. Now, reverse bank. Oh, he went for the cut. I thought he was going to bank that. In fact, I never looked to see if he'd called the 8 because the 8 was a blocker, but he managed to thin cut that one. Well, he's going to have to do something miraculous here with this one as well. And this is where he's going to get loose because he's going for cuts that, in all honesty, anybody with an ounce of common sense shouldn't be going for something like this. In fact, I'd be calling the 10 because he's more than likely going to fluke the 10. He's going to hit this so thin. Now, what did he knock in there? He certainly didn't knock in the 3. Something went in. Yeah, it's ended up in a missed call, and that could be his fatal error in the first rack. It was not the shot to be playing. And that 4 ball... Oh dear, well, SpectreDawn has... I think he get excited there with that chance, and he's going to pay the price because I feel that Stubb will not make a mistake here. And let's remember this first rack because that might be quite an important error by SpectreDawn. Because Stubb, well, he's going to have to run around to get on this this 5 ball. And there's another disaster. Well, what a first rack. I mean, we've got a scratch with the table wide open and the old fatal error of running across the right-hand side. And he could have taken that out of the equation. He would have needed an awful lot more spin on it. And lo and behold, SpectreDawn is going to pinch the rack eventually. Well, I wonder if both players are going to learn their lesson after what we've just seen. All of a sudden, SpectreDawn has got the 10 ball, and now he's looking at potting angles. I mean, that's just a natural pot. You don't really need to look at it. I think he's. I think we've got a wee bit of nerves showing there. But regardless of whatever you think, it's 1-0 to SpectreDawn. And SpectreDawn has won the rack against the break. The break has given him the 7 ball and the table. Well, when he gets this 1 ball, he's just going to have to travel up and down unless he finds the gap. He's going to travel up and down. And now you can see where the problem is getting onto this 3. And even if he gets awkward over this side. The 3 will still go past the 8, but how does he get there without hitting something? I'm looking to see where the path would be. Yeah. Well, that 5 ball had done him a favour there, but now it's blocked him off. Well, he should have stub nailed to the 9. Oh dear, that was an awful shot. I mean, that was that is so bad. That was an awful shot. That's the worst shot he's played in the tournament. That shot right there. I don't know what he was trying. It looked fairly simple to nail him to the 9. That's got me totally flummoxed. Well, the question is, has Stubb got inside SpectreDawn's head at some point during the day? I don't know. How he missed that shot there, I haven't a clue, or how he played it so badly, I haven't a clue. Any suggestions are more than welcome, because I'm totally lost. Well, this is a gift of a chance for Stubb, but he's going to have to work the cue ball wrong side of the 8. Now, what does he do? Lots of inside English and play a high cut in the 9, or does he risk running around the table? Well, he's going to be hampered over this 10 ball, or is he? Is he comfortable on it? Well, that's not too bad. Well, the one thing I would come to the defence of Stubb, and there's not many times I would come to the defence of Stubb, and that's simply because he doesn't play anywhere near as much as he used to, like a lot of people. I mean, he's only been here these last few weeks for this tournament, but apart from that, he hasn't been here at all. So we're into rack number 3. Stubbs broke off, and the 3 and the 4 have gone. He's on the 1. He's got the 2 into the right middle. Now, is he going to try and drag this in and just chip the cue ball and hold it? Don't know whether he can do that with the angle that he's got. He might have to run. And this is where it can go wrong as well, because there's still a fair bit of traffic at the top end of the table. You know, he's digging in. He's trying to come across it. Well, he's left himself in no man's land here, because although the 2 passes the 10, this is by no means a simple shot. And bearing in mind as well, the middle pocket there's in the vicinity in the left hand side, and he's trying to get back for this 5 ball. This is just very difficult. He's got a minute shot clock, and he's got a minute extension, and he's taking his time, and he's just overhit it. It was still a good shot to pot that. And this will be an even better shot, because that 6 ball, let's have a look at it. The only way he's going to get to pot that is to get behind it. And he's missed the 5. And he's actually played a great shot there. I mean, that was the only place you could get to that 6 ball to have a shot. So SpectreDawn has a bit of a dilemma because he's got exactly the same problem to deal with here. Does he go for the pot? He's got the pot. Now how's his luck? A chip off the edge of that 10 would have been nice. He just hit it too full in the face. If he had brushed off the left hand side as we look, he'd have been on the 6. But again, he's got a chance to nail Stubb here. No, that's right. I mean, prevention's better than cure. Well, he's went for the bank, called the bank, and in it goes. Again, he's just overhit it a bit. It's into a blind pocket, but he should certainly have a shot at the 8 if he gets this 7. Now, if he stuns between the 10 and the 9, he may well have the 8 into the right-hand middle pocket, or maybe into this bottom right-hand corner pocket. Well, he's gone for the opposite pocket, and that's a pretty good effort. He's still left it tough. He's going to be coming across the 9. And it needs to be, it's a nice pace. That's perfect. Because you can just drag that 9 in and leave the 10 in the same pocket. So it's ended up a pretty good run out because he was struggling to keep it together and managed to get the job done and is now back into the lead. And also with the break in rack number 4. A reminder to anybody who's watching this for the first time, not that there's that many I don't think, but we have a race to 10 here in what is effectively the semi-final match, the winner of which will go through to play vincez in the final. A race to 17, which hopefully I'll be able to get. I've already dropped a serious hint to vincez in the lobby. It couldn't be any more. It couldn't be any more of a hint. So SpectreDawn's break has come up dry. We've got Stubb playing the jump on the 1, and he's misjudged it and he's scratched. So here is a bonus for SpectreDawn, and look at that 10 ball, the 3 ball. I mean, this is going to be a quick rack. Well, he's going for it. He's going for it straight away. He's playing the 1, 9, 10 combo. A blind man with a wooden leg would get this. Even I could get this combo. Well, what a bonus that is. That is a bonus and a half. And SpectreDawn, all of a sudden, has got a little safety cushion. It's 3 racks to 1. But Stubb has broke off. He gets the 8 ball. And he's out of shape again. Way behind the 2. And look at the table though. And now he's scratched again. And I think Stubb has lost the plot very early on here with that rack. Because he's now sold this one down the river here. The only problem ball is going to be the 6. That one. It's fairly tight to the rail and you've got to get good on it. I say that every time. But this will be a sore one for Stubb. I can assure you. Now SpectreDawn is the wrong side of the 3. And how's he going to get through there? He's gone behind the 4. And all of a sudden he's out of shape. Well, that will cut. He's going to be running. It will cut. I don't know whether he thinks he fancies it, but it will cut. I mean, I can see even me looking at that will cut. He's just got to ride his luck here, though. If you're going to go for it, you've got to go for it 100% and hit it with power. The cue ball's going to be running all over the place. Now, does he now choose the safety at the wrong time here when he should be going for it? Well, he's calling a bank, but he's really playing a safety. Well, it would go, though. I mean, you're 3-1 up. What do? Do you go for the jugular or do you try and hold out? Well, he's trying to hold out and play the safety. And meanwhile, Stubbs got all guns blazing here and decided he's going for anything that he sees. Well, it's still up for grabs, this rack, because the 5 ball's now awkward. And if SpectreDawn can just drop right behind it, well, he couldn't be in any better position to get this 6. This is exactly where you want to be playing the 5 ball from to get on the 6. It couldn't be any easier. And he's probably going to have to lie on the rail and then play that 7 ball from the inside of it. Well, he's got an angle, but he doesn't want to be too fiddly here with this one. He's got to go 100% and get out for that 7. I don't know whether he can feather it and hold it. Well, you see, he's just not got there. He's going to have to jump it. Well, this is effectively for 4 racks to 1. Provided he can get that cue ball stopped and not let it run too far to have a shot in a 9. Oh, well, that is another turning point. And Stubb pouncing on that like it was a rabbit in the headlights. It could have been 4-1, but it's only going to be 1 rack in it. And this time, the break is back with SpectreDawn for rack number 6. Now, what went in there? Something went in the top right. 7 ball has gone. No shot in the 1. That's not set as a combo into the middle. If it was, you could have tried kicking it, but now we've also got what we've got this end. We've got the 4 and the 6 close together, but the 4 goes only from the one side, of course. So SpectreDawn is playing the push out. If I was playing the push out, that's exactly where I'd have been playing it from, because it's awkward, so he's more than likely going to be put back in here. But he certainly didn't want to play it from the bottom side, because that's leaving himself open to getting really locked up. And that's going to hang. But there's still a bit of a lifeline here for SpectreDawn, where that 4 ball is sitting. And straight away, Stubbs got too much juice in that one. Yeah, well, I think what I'm thinking is it's time that the two of them settled down and started playing. Now that we're into the match, we've got over the sort of messing about period. But Stubb needs to find his weight for his shots here. So is he called? He's called the cut. And he's going to be... I think he's okay, he's on it, but... Can he draw back? No, he can't. He's going to have to go forward. Well, he's got a pot. He has a pot, and he's just riding his luck. And he's got the bonus of knocking the 6 in as well. Now what he wants to do is stop that cue ball somewhere round about where the 8 ball is anyway, unless he wants to run out, but he wants a good angle to come off that 9 and get to the right side of that 10 ball, and then he's going to have to, if he's going to go on the short side of it, is he going to run down short? No, he's going to stun. Well, who would have thought we'd be sitting after 6 racks at 3 racks all when it was looking like 4-1 a minute ago. But that's where we are. 3 racks all. Well, that's the thing. That's Stubbs' main weapon. That he'll go for pots, and a lot of the times he'll get them. But the other side of that coin is a lot of the times he won't get them, and he's leaving himself wide open to anybody who's capable of running a table. And at this stage in the tournament, he cannot afford to be like that. It is a high risk strategy. And I think he might calm down now that he's somehow ended up all square after that start, after the way it was looking. Because he had a couple of blasts there when it was looking like 4-1. And all of a sudden we're starting the match again effectively, and now he's got a chance, albeit a slim one at the moment, to go into the lead. And that chance is gone. And the other thing to notice is Stubb has stopped calling the 10 ball in the break, as far as I remember. I haven't seen him calling it since I think the first couple of matches in the tournament that he played. Well, he's got lucky there. Played the kick, and he's got it pretty safe. Well, that's exactly it. He's been like that for as long as I can remember. So it's the reverse bank for the 3 ball into the bottom left hand corner. You see that shot there? When you look at where the cue ball's finished, if you think about that shot there, he's played the reverse bank, the cue ball's running, he's relying on hitting something at the top end to leave him a shot in that 5 ball, because he's got absolutely no shot in the 5 other than a long combo in the 8, and that is most certainly what he didn't play for. He played for getting lucky there. There's no way you would play to leave a combo at this distance. And anyway, he's hung the 3. The ideal situation with that shot that he played there was hitting something at the top end and keeping the cue ball up at that top end and making a pot in a 5. Which is why he shouldn't have went for the reverse bank. He should have played a safety. He had an easy safety on there. He could have reverse banked it soft and spun the cue ball up amongst those balls at the top end there and looked for cover. But anyway, it's up to SpectreDawn to punish him for it, and he's got himself behind the 7 on the short side, so he's cutting this back, and he's got it in, and now fairly easy to get himself down onto this 9 and finish this rack off to go back in the lead. And he's got the weight of that pretty good. And again, the cue ball just running out. These are always little testers. But it's SpectreDawn who's back in the lead and back with the break for rack number 8. Nothing doing, but no shot for Stubb. I was just going to say there, it's dangerous to push the 1 to the 5 because you could have left a combo that could have been kicked, but it's actually the 5's run out there. He could have, had that been softer, he may well have left a combo kick on that 5 ball there. And this might not be too good, because I think Stubb is looking to find the cutting angle in that 10. Oh, he's got to hit this so thin and hard to get the power into that 10 ball. This is risky. You can see how thin he has to hit that 10, and he has to hit it with power to get the 10 ball moving. Yeah, another blast, and it's up in the air, and he's got lucky. He's got really lucky there. Anything could have happened there, and the table's wide open now, and SpectreDawn needs to get this safe. And he hasn't. So now Stubb, trailing by the 1 rack, has somehow got his chance to square the match again. That 2 looks... Aye, that 2's tight. That is tight, but in it goes. And now there's a window for the 4 ball. He's got to get out though. And again, he's overhit that by a country mile. That is so poor. There's no way he wanted to be playing that 4 from there, because it's odds on he's looking to cut this, and it might catch the edge of that 9. Well, he's got it clean. He's making it hard for himself. And again, he's short in the 6. Shouldn't be a problem, but he's definitely struggling to get his pace right. Well, this has got the makings of the first match, where it could go all the way. Well, this is a toughie as well, because he can either baby this 9 in and leave a long cut, or he can play the power shot and get around the angles. He might just roll it in. Yep, he's just going to leave the long cut, and this is a tester. You don't want to be playing these from distance, especially with my eyes. But this 10 ball for 4-4. And in it goes. And a break. Now with Stubb for rack number 9. Now something went in that top left hand corner. Yep, 2 balls gone. No great shape in the one, but he'll be playing the pot. Well, oh, he's got, again, he's got a lucky break there. Well, he's got to watch this one because he can't avoid hitting the 5. Got no real idea where this 5 ball's going to end up. If anything, it's going to push up towards the 9. Or it's going to bank off that rail and go across to the left. Depends on how thick he gets it, but he's going to hit it. He's going to hit it fairly thick. No way he can avoid it. Well, he's decided he doesn't like it. And common sense has prevailed. He's played a half-decent safety. He must have listened to that wee voice in his head there. Oh, this is a bit awkward. Now he's trying to just brush the 4 and use that 9 as the blocker. And he's got half of the 4 covered. Now it's an easy safety for SpectreDawn because he can go thin off the 4. Just catch the edge of that 4, just send it to there and run up there. Maybe even with a bit of right English just to come off the angle and go across. He won't be leaving anything on. It's just a feather touch. Well, he's went all out for. I presume he played a safety, and he's got it. I'll give him his dues. He's got there. Now he could be in trouble in a second or two, though. Now how's Stubbs' pace going to be for playing a little feather touch in this 4 and trying to just drop onto the rail and use that 9? It needs to be a nice, delicate feather touch, and this is where you have to have your mouse dialed in to be confident enough to play a shot like this. Well, he's going the other way, trying to hide the 4, and he's done not too bad. This is now tough. Tough because SpectreDawn can hit it no problem. He could have a double kiss here. There's a danger of that, and he hasn't got to it. He's trying to roll dead to the 4. Well, that 9 is going to be very close to the 5 because the 9's coming away from the rail and Stubb doesn't fancy it. He's just looking to play something similar here. Just a feather touch. And SpectreDawn may well try the same shot he's just played. Well, he's went for distance this time. Now is Stubb calling the 5? He's looking at the thin cut into the middle as well. He's had a look at that. And he thinks if he pots the 4 and lets the cue ball run, he should have a shot in the 5. That's his thinking. And he's got there. That's a brave one, semi-pro. Up and down and pot the 9. I think I would try that if I was 9-1 up. I'd be brave enough to try that. But Stubb now on the 6. It needs to come, well, he's went inside English. And again, as he got the right angle here, he might run into this 9. This could scupper his chances here. That 9 is very close to the line. And he's managed to avoid that. And he's still not out the woods yet. Well, now he should be home and dry. Just a gentle roll through. Cue ball's going to come out the rail. He'll have it into the left middle. So this is going to put Stubb into the lead. Is this the first time in the match? Well, it still shows him muted in the room. Still shows blue. I'm trying to remember, that is the first time Stubbs got himself in the lead in the match. Well, straight away, SpectreDawn has a chance to respond. And that's actually a very good shot because it wasn't a big window. He just got there. And again, with this shot, he might run into that 9. The 9's just an annoyance when you're playing this shot. You're always wary of hitting the 9. And he's played it well. Had to check the cue ball there to stop it squirting away. It would have squirted away towards that 5 ball there. Now this 6 ball, he's got to go right through with the shot to get that cue ball out, unless the 7 goes past the 10. And he still played it across. And we all know where the problem lies, getting from the 8 ball up to that 9. And he's got a huge area to get it into. The problem going down the left-hand side is that 10 ball. And he's played it well. I think SpectreDawn's now found his way a shot, because these few shots we've seen there would suggest that he's dialed in now, and it's happened at the right time, because he's going to pot this 10 ball for all square again, 5 racks each, and we're halfway home. The alternate break takes Stubb back to the table, and it's a dry one. But there's a shot on the 1, a little stunny draw down to the right for the 2, 3 in the open, and well, the 4's down here at the bottom end. And as long as he gets that decent angle in the 3, it should be easy enough to get up for the 4. You might just draw off this 3 and leave the 4 long. He's went for inside English again, and it's all gone wrong. He went for inside English to try and straighten the cue ball to avoid colliding with those balls at the top end. And he's ran straight into the 10. And now he's going to have to kick and hope. And what looked like a run out has now gone pear-shaped, as they say. Well, I think I would settle for that. That is actually not too bad. You're going to be brave if you're going to risk doing anything with this 4. Again, there's a fairly good opportunity for a safety here, but you have to get the touch right and be brave enough to play it, because you could be leaving a cut down that left rail. Now is he going forward to the short rail? Well, he's put it over to the left rail. That's the shot I was thinking about. The problem with that is, though, is exactly what's happened there. He's just overhit it, but he's got cover, and so SpectreDawn has got no option but to call the 4 into the middle. And I don't think he'll be worried whether he pots this or not. He'll just be hoping to hit it and at least move it. And he'll take that. Now, let's have a look at the 10 ball. Well, it wasn't doing anything anyway with the 5 in there. And that's, well, that is a good guide for SpectreDawn, and he's going to go for this 100%. The edge that you can see in that 4 ball is the cutting point on the 4. Sometimes shots like this, is that ball actually being there as your guide for where you're going to hit the 4 to make the potting angle. And if he clips the 9, well, he's only feathered it, and he's now got a similar shot in this 5. And once again, he has to go for it 100% with the pace that's going to take him over to the left and have a shot in this 6. And that is perfect. If you're going to go for the shot, then you have to go for it 100%. You don't just have a blast at it to try and pot it. You have to play it with all the confidence that you're going to play the right pace to get on that 6 ball. And he didn't bottle out. And you'll see many players in VP4 doing exactly what was talking about there. You know, they see the 5 ball and they're just blasting the 5 to pot it. And they're just hoping they're going to get on that 6. You have to play the right shot. You won't get anywhere in any game if you don't play the right shot that you know you should be playing, rather than just having a boom bang a bang at it. Little gentle one, cue ball off the rail. And SpectreDawn is going back into the lead. And we're now very rapidly approaching the business end of the match. And it's SpectreDawn that has the 1 rack advantage and also the break. And what he wouldn't give here for a ball in the break and a shot next. 1 minute, please. That'll do for me. I'll have a drink if I can find my bottle. Well, the match has now been going for just short of 45 minutes. Maybe a comfort break for SpectreDawn, maybe a cup of tea, you never know. It's not been a match where anybody's been trying to sort of tie somebody up on a regular basis. Well, there's lots of ways to get inside someone's head in any form of sport. And it's not illegal. So the break is another dry one, I think. And Stubb has now the player with the pressure on to perform, because he's now got the 1 ball as a starter, and straight away he's made a right balls of that one. I mean, that is a huge area to get on the 2. Oh, good afternoon, Mr. 9-ball. And Stubbs had a old hit and hope in the 2-ball there. Well, there you go. He's had a gift of an opener on the 1-ball, and straight away he's got himself locked out in the 2. And Stubb may well pay the price for that, because you're at a point of no return here when you're getting chances like that. At this stage in the tournament, you're trying to get to the final. You have to be putting them away. And in all, I mean, no matter how you look at it, it was a poor shot to get on that 2. You know that ball's there, and so you do everything to avoid it. And SpectreDawn is going to call the 10, and this will be a sore one again for Stubb, because a quick win here is going to make it even more of a pain for that poor shot that he played. And now we have a 2-rack window. And that could be an early fatal blow there for Stubb. But we saw what happened in the first match. Well, no, he isn't, because he doesn't get the table time. I mean, you see how he's running out of shape. I mean, he does that, but I mean, that shot there that he played, that was very poor. Oh, we've got a few. We must have a few people on YouTube, but now must have about 10 people watching. And you're watching SpectreDawn trying to widen the gap even further here. Well, the crucial one is the 7 to the 8. It looks simple enough. But he's got to get high enough on this 8, and that is pretty good. That's as much as he would dare. So now he can go around to play the 9 into the same pocket. Well, he's gently trying to roll the 8 in. Oh, that was a big risk. A big risk, but he was confident enough he's got the touch to do it. But this time, he's overhit it. Now, this is a nervy one. Does he go for the cut, or does he go for the bank? He's going for the cut. Watch that middle pocket just in case here. Well, he's digging down to avoid the scratch, and confidently in it goes. And it's now 3 racks, and I think this is at the moment going the way the first match went. SpectreDawn had the lead and Stubb came back late on. Now, can Stubb find some of his game to keep him in this match? Because he's rapidly running out of racks, and he's going to have to get really everything on the nail here. His chances of running this one are fairly slim, bearing in mind where the 3-ball is. He's went for the break, all or nothing, and I think he's got nothing. He's just going to have to bank it along the rail. Well, I think he's decided he's going. Well, is he playing the safety or is he going for the bank? He looks as if he's going for the bank. Yeah. It's all or nothing from Stubb now. The back's against the wall. He can only come out fighting. Well, he's looking at the 6-10. Well, He could drag the 5 in, which he's tried to do, and he just didn't get into it enough. He's tried to leave that 6 into the bottom corner, and he's still going to cut it. And this is a typical example of how Stubb generally plays. He's out of shape, but he's going for pots that you shouldn't generally believe in yourself. And he's getting them, and that 7 goes past the 8. This is what keeps him in a lot of matches. The question is, has he left it too late? Because this rack has been right from the gate. He's just decided he's going for it. And this time he's been proved right. He's got 1 back and he still trails by 2. And he needs a ball on the break here. And he's got a ball on the break. The 5 has gone in. He's landed on the 1. I think the 1 will squeeze past the 9. Well, it's tight. But in it goes. Well, has Stubb fired up? And he's got the draw. He's got the angle. Doesn't need to do anything with the cue ball here. Just pot the 3. Cue ball's going up the table. Now the problem is going to be the 6. We know it goes past the 9. You've got to get good on it. And he's got good. And what's more, well, he's going to pinch a bit of an angle just to get out for the 7. And again, needs that angle from the 7. Well, he's going to play it across into the middle, just a roll in. Yeah, so this is going to be 2 in a row for Stubb. And that's exactly what he needed. Having run out that last rack, he needed a ball in the break and he needed a shot, and he got it. So that's 2 ran in a row there. And more important, well, this time he's calling, SpectreDawn's calling the 10. Well, that 8 ball, or was it the 8 ball? I can't remember now. I thought it was going in, but it was kicked away. But SpectreDawn's break has come up dry. The score is 8-7 to SpectreDawn. And he plays the push out. Now, what does SpectreDawn do here? Does he put Stubb back in? I think I would put him back in. Is he going to go for the thin cut? He's looking at it. Yeah. He's put Stubb back in. Stubb's going to go for this. If he can see enough of that edge, he's going for it. Well, this is a crucial pot, because the worst thing that's ever going to happen if you put your opponent back in a push is that your opponent's making his mind up. You've forced the situation. Well, Stubb has thought better of it and decided to play safe. Good afternoon, John Young. Parliament. Well, Scotland were shite. They only played half decent in the second half, but in the end got humped by the Japs. They're just like the national football team. If there's a road to disaster, Scotland will find it. Getting gubbed by the Irish, that sold them down the Swanee River. I'm talking about rugby in case any of you other guys are wondering what I'm talking about. Well, this now is definitely a crucial rack in this match. This is so important. Stubb can get the thin cut on the 1. What's he looking at here? Is he looking to try and hide over? What's he trying to play here? I'm trying to see the shot that he's thinking about here. Is he playing the cut? If he plays the cut, he's relying on luck again to get anywhere on that too. He's looking at the potting angle in the one. No, I think he's just looking to hide it. And look at that, he's overhit it again by a mile. And it's a free go here for SpectreDawn. So, well, Stubb will be kicking himself. It's now bounced right back into SpectreDawn's hands. Again, a poor safety from Stubb. He thought about it and thought about it. I thought initially he was going to play the thin cut. And then he just played a really poor touch on the safety. And it's a free go for SpectreDawn to get to the hill. Oh, the 4 thought about it, but it's gone in. Well, again, the problem is just, oh dear, well, can you believe it? He's thinking about the 6 and he's missed the 5. Now what does Stubb do? Oh, he's got a really tough cut in the 5. And in it goes. And SpectreDawn is doing everything he can to let Stubb back into this. That was a bad miss in the 5. Stubb's got the wrong side of this 6 to get on the 7. He looks as if he's going around to leave the 7 into the same pocket. No, he's trying. Well, again, he's taking big risks here. The 7's off the rail. 9 times out of 10 he's going to pot this anyway, and he's going to be on the 8. Unless he plays this with any inside English here, he's going to be high in the 8. And he's got there. And now he can just drop the 8 in. As long as he has the angle, he can get out for the 10. And we've got a tied ball game, folks. The 3-rack lead has gone. SpectreDawn can only blame himself for that. And it's 8 racks all. And the break goes back to Stubb. Well, this time there's nothing doing for him. And SpectreDawn, well, he's got to go for the cut in the 1 because the 2's hanging over the top left-hand pocket. He'd be really unlucky not to have any sight in this 2 ball. Now, what about the 3? Well, the 3 doesn't go past the 9. We can see that. He's went for the cut in the 1. He's missed it. And now, well, let's see what happens here. I think Stubbs, well, is he going to try and leave a shot on the 3 to play the combo, or is he go for the big draw and just hope he gets lucky? He's gone for the big draw, hoping for a bit of luck. Well, he ain't got it because he's going to be hooked, I think. Well, he could play the billiard, call the 9. It looks good to me. I think he'll be calling the 9 here. Got no idea if he'll have a shot in the 3 after it, though. Well, he hasn't called the 9 so far. And decided to play the safety. And this time, He's got the cover, an easy kick. He needs to watch that he doesn't stun it and into that pocket. Well, the spin has just held it out of the pocket. That's always the danger when you're kicking in behind a ball like that. The cue ball just wants to run along the rail, and it was only the spin that stopped it going in the pocket. And Stubb, again, well, he can see the finishing line in this rack. There's no doubt about that, because everything's wide open, provided he can get on this 7. Nothing heroic from the 8 to the 9. He just wants to have some sort of angle on the 9, or he just wants it dead straight. I don't think he'll be too bothered, but he's actually finished 2 straight in this 8 ball here. So he's managed to get the little stun. And Stubb is on the hill. And in goes the 10. And it's 9-8 to Stubb. And SpectreDawn with a break. And we all know what he wants. He needs a ball. He's not caring what ball goes in. Well, what a way to tie the match up. He's called the 10. Be good if that went in to see what happened. But he's got no joy. The 3 ball has gone in. He's got a shot in the 1. Well, this is pressure. He knows it. He's got a shot in the 1. He's got his skim past the 2. And this to take us all the way. Oh, he's going to have to just roll through. Needs the angle on that 4. If he gets straight in the 4, he can roll through for the 5, past the 9 and the 7 and the 6. But I think he's got just a bit more angle on this 2 than he would like. Oh, now he's going to be hampered by the 10. Well, this is 100%. Is he going to try? Can he roll through? Oh dear. Well, I think it wasn't a great path to get through there, but he found it. And I think SpectreDawn has maybe played his last shot in this tournament. Oh, Stubb got a nice kick off the 7 there. Well, he should be digging down to play the stun for the 6 into the same pocket, and that's what he's doing. Yeah, this is over, folks. How many racks is that? Stubbs 1 in a row. It's got to be about 4 or 5. What was the score anyway? Was it 8-5 or was it 7? I'm trying to remember. I'll need to watch the match again. Well, it's all about getting from the 9 to the 10. And we've seen how this can go wrong. But if he's going to err on the safety side, he just needs to go over to that left-hand middle pocket. Or is he going to go all out for it? He doesn't want to overhit this. And he's chickened out a bit there. He has left this tough. But this to get to the final. Well, he called the bank. And in goes the 10. And Stubb has won out by 10 racks to 8. Now, we saw what happened when he went to 3 racks behind. He went all out. Got those 2 racks in a row that got him back into the match. And in the end, the fatal error was made by SpectreDawn on trying to get position on that 5, which he did get, but he hung up the 4. And that is what has seen the end of SpectreDawn in this tournament. And so it's going to be Stubb who's going to be playing vincez in the final of the VP4 10-ball World Championships 2019. Probably be another 3 years before this is run again, knowing the way Tim's running things. Anyway, that's just my opinion. When's the US Open 9-ball coming? And it's going to be a race to 17 against vincez. And we'll have a look at the bracket just to see confirmation of that. And we'll have a look at the money as well while we're at it. Oh, this bloody thing does my head in. Shit. Right, so the final is vincez against REELPOLANDPOWER. And the winner gets 2,630 V dollars. The runner-up getting 1,315. And SpectreDawn has won 875. So with that, folks, it is all over for today. Stubb and vincez in the final. And, well, there's a big time zone difference between the two of them. And hopefully they can, well, I dropped a serious hint that it was hopefully they can get it played on Wednesday or even Tuesday. If it was Tuesday late on UK time, any time into Wednesday, I'll be able to stream it. But that's up to the two guys to get something sorted out. Once again, folks, thanks for your company. Thanks for watching. And I will hopefully see you for the final. So until we meet again, I am going to get my dinner and I will bid you good day and we will see you later.